Hey singers, I'm Justin Stoney, the founder of New York Vocal Coaching, joining you for another episode of Quick Singing Tips. Today, you and I are gonna make it on Broadway.
Gotta dance.
Nope, not like Broadway musicals, Broadway the road. If you know anything about me, you know I love to do some insane things. One time, just for fun, I decided to walk the entirety of Broadway. Broadway stretches the whole length of Manhattan from tip to tip. That's over 13 miles. I remember when I started this adventure, I began in Brooklyn, crossed the Brooklyn Bridge into Manhattan, and then hoofed it all the way to the Bronx. What I can tell you is that it was a lot of fun and a lot of pain. By the time I started to reach the Broadway Bridge, my feet were just killing me. I was stumbling to the Bronx finish line. And this leads us to our question for the day from Masi M. in Milan, Italy. Masi writes, "Dear Justin, I always seem to have trouble at the ends of my phrases. What's going on?" Well, you're not alone, Masi. This is a very common issue for singers. Often we start off with a lot of power at the beginning of the phrase, and then we have trouble towards the end. Singing a phrase is kind of like walking the entire length of Broadway. It's easy when you start off, it's a little harder in the middle, and it's the hardest at the end. So how can we fix that? Here's 3 ways. First, breath support. Many singers take the kind of inhales that make the air escape too fast. For example, a high breath. When you breathe this way, you might have more air, but it gets out more quickly. Establish a lower breathing system, and you'll last longer. Second, power versus volume. Many singers mistake volume for power. If you're singing too loudly all the time, you'll have difficulty towards the ends of the phrases. Remember that a resonant voice is what we're looking for, not a loud one. By keeping your volume moderate, you'll still have plenty of power, all the way to the end of the phrase. Third, understand offsets. Offsets are how we end the sound. Onsets are how we begin. Most singers work on their onsets and forget about their offsets. In other words, they only focus on how to start the phrase and neglect how to end it. Because of this, there's a tendency to trail off, lose energy, and sometimes even go flat at the ends of the phrase. To fix this, imagine that the last note of your phrase is the most energized of all. I like to say, end your phrases with an exclamation point, and not with a period. By adjusting your breath support, balancing your volume, and adding intensity to your offsets, you'll notice that the ends of your phrases come out just as well as the beginnings. Here's some other ways you and I can make some new beginnings on your vocal journey.
For voice lessons or Skype lessons with the NYVC staff, visit us at NewYorkVocalCoaching.com. If you'd like a vocal course that you can do at home, check out the Voice Lessons to the World vocal course. This 12-part program takes you on a singing journey from beginner to master-level vocal exercises. You can find it at voicelessonstotheworld.com. Or if you'd like free vocal tips sent to you each day, sign up at dailyvocaltips.com. And now, here's Justin with this week's vocal benediction.
In life, you have to challenge yourself to seize the day. Do something different, weird, memorable, like that day I walked the entire length of Broadway. Pace yourself. Enjoy the day that God's given you. And remember to save a little kick for the end. After all, the best is yet to come.